Ayuk right, they motion McCaffrey backwards pass to McCaffrey, and he's going to throw downfield wide open. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown! San Francisco! He can run, he can catch,
is on fire!
Christian McCaffrey can throw! Now they go empty, and McCaffrey goes right. It is Garoppolo looking. Garoppolo under pressure, throws to the back of the end zone. Caught by Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown! CMC!
Dynamite!
One just got it snapped in time. Inside handoff. McCaffrey finds a crack. Gets wide. 10, 5, 10. Oh, he got nailed on the goal line. Is he in? He's right on the goal line. What a run by Christian McCaffrey. They're going to give it to McCaffrey coming left. McCaffrey, touchdown!
Hey.
Breezie,
Mo's Nose, Season 3, Peachy, it's about that time, everybody turn your TVs on. The Mo's Nose, Peachy, Breezy, and Fair to God. They keep it nitty gritty when they bring you 9 to talk. We two gorilla silverback, nah, silver.
You know it's busting the discussion cause we get it in. Every time you know we grinding, I was 8 to 10. We always play to win, the faithful going hard. It's Wayne, Breezy, Peachy, Mo's Nose, and Fair to God. Let's get it.
Nitty gritty, it's the lightest talk. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, it's the lightest talk. We outline players up in chalk. Nitty gritty, it's the lightest talk. Don't like it, better take a walk. Nitty gritty, it's the lightest talk. Nitty gritty, it's the lightest talk.
Hey, what's going on, faithful? Your boy Breezy, your boy Mo's Nose is in the building. What's going on, family?
Chilling, bro. What's good with you?
I'm Gucci, man. We back. It's Monday. It's Nitty Gritty Niners talk time. We're going to do this big boy. It's going to be a dope episode. Hey, we got the Nothing But Niners crew joining us tonight, yo. It's going to get real gritty in here. Because Mike don't have to handle no controls. So we're going to get the mic that everybody wants to see. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy, yo. Listen, shout out to everybody over there in the Breezy's bunch. I'm going to shout you out in a little bit. I do want to say Peachy probably won't be joining us this evening. She's currently waiting on an appointment. She has something, and Fair, I believe, is under the weather. All right. The whole family is under the weather. So make sure you keep both of them in your prayers. Yeah, you know how we do. Shout out to the Breezy's bunch, right? They're in the building. I gotta give them the shout outs, man. They here. You know what I'm saying? Jax is in the building. Jax Knox. Hey, Breezy, the Nitty Gritty Niners, the Nitty Gritty members, and the Niner fam. How y'all doing? Troy's in the building. He's a Nitty Gritty honorary Nitty Gritty Niner member for life. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who else we got in here. We got Christy Marie in the building. What's going on? What's good? We got Jedi in the building. What's going on, family? Hope everything is well. Oh, man, there's a lot of people in here. Niner Rich is in the building. I see y'all got the hashtag BBs going on. I tell you what, things is about to get popping with this hashtag BB thing, man. Welcome to the Breezy's bunch. Me, B, in the place to be, saying what's up to everybody out there. My man Terrence is in the building. What's going on? Shout out to all the subscribers to the channel. Paul, Hurricane, I see you out there. Mike Ing is in the building. What's going on, family? Shout out to all the members of the Breezy's bunch. And I tell you what, if you want to become a member of the Breezy's bunch, all right, make sure you click the join button. There's a join button you can click on, right? You become a member of the Breezy's bunch. You get the early show shout outs. You see how it goes down. You know what I'm saying? You get that priority, like, you know, talk. And don't forget, man, and if you don't want to become a member, don't forget, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, hit the like, the comment, subscribe button. All right, and then this is where we also streaming on Twitch. You can also join for free, twitch.tv/ the Wayne Breezy. All right, check out our Instagram collectively. That's at NGN Talk. The Facebook group is Nitty Gritty Niners. Make sure you join that. Miss Debbie, I just wanted to commend Miss Debbie. She's still doing a great job over there, and the group is growing, which is what we like to see. Don't worry, the monthly giveaways will be back once the season kicks off. I promise you, we do monthly giveaways over there. All right, so make sure you check it out. If you want to shop, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and shop nitty-gritty-designer-shop.com. Listen, the links will be in the description. We got t-shirts up there, we got hoodies, we got all types of apparel up there. So make sure you go ahead and check out, support the Nitty Gritty Niners crew. All right. Also, there's the link to the Wayne Breezie Entertainment Network shop. It's up there. It's in the links of the description of the social. Make sure you check that out. And then a quick shout out to our sponsors over at residency.com. Use the promo code SFBreezy. You'll save on your purchase. All right. We also got that lids promo that's popping. So make sure you guys check out all the links in the description of the show. Mose, we're gonna be he was here. I was gonna bring him out. You know, he decided to disappear, man. I gotta do a check-in Monday, check-in with Mose. How's the family doing? How's work going? Just tell me what's good.
Listen, man, I cannot complain. Work is going good. People getting on my nerves, but it's slowing down because we're going into the summer months where there isn't competition. The last big hurrah is the Penn relays.
Yes.
But
yes.
everything is solid there.
Okay.
And if my plan is to not even be there for the relays. Hopefully, if things come through, I will be at the 2023 NFL draft. Getting some content for the channel there as well, both for Mo's Nose and Nitty Gritty. So hopefully, if things work out, I won't even be at the Penn relays. But the family's good. I can't complain, bro.
That's what's up, bro. You got me wanting to go to the draft now. I wasn't gonna go because we don't technically pick to the third round. I'm like, I ain't going out there for that. But watch us move up into that second.
I have a feeling, bro. I got a sneaky suspicion that might happen.
Oh, I could feel it. I could feel it. Peachy, what's going on? Peachy's definitely in the building. What's going on, Peachy? Man, that, you know what? I don't know if I want to make that trip. I don't know. But if you're gonna be there now, I think I want to make the trip. Like, damn it, Mose. Shout out to Jax Knox, our first contribution of the show. She says, "Let's go, Breezy and Mose and Mike. Let's effing go, period." All right, let's effing go, period. And speaking of
now,
Mike,
wait, is that period or period Because there's two different ones.
There is two different ones. I don't know. I'm sure she'll respawn in the thing. You know, somebody's calling me. Who's calling me while I'm doing a live show? You fired, or whoever that was. Let's bring on the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Mike Andrews 83. What's going on, Playboy?
Yo, what's going on, man? How y'all doing, fellas? What's up?
What up?
Doing good. It must
audio okay, right?
Audio is great. You know?
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
You don't get any feedback on my show. You know what I'm saying?
So, boom, just straight out the gate, just bang, bang, bang.
Oh yeah, your guns be blazing, bro.
Okay, all right, that's cool. I'm with it.
I want you to clap back. It's what you do, bro. Like I love it when you don't have to be in control of the controls, because you can just come here and just chillax. You know, let your hair down. You know what I'm saying? Sip on a mic.
Spit my Theraflu.
Theraflu, Mike. You under the weather over there, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's been a rough couple of days, man. So,
man, well, we'll be praying for you, bro. We got some super chat contributions now. You know what? Let's do them now, because we got a long show. We got to get to this big board. Mike, please text Tony and tell him to get his ass over here, because he asked me, and I sent him the link, and he late. Now, usually it's colored people time. But for some reason, Tony just rock on our time. I just think that's what it is. No, we love Tony. But before we do that, let's get to some of this 49ers news, because I'm sure we're going to spend some time here. The 49ers have a few new signings to the team. Now, we haven't talked to you in a while, so we definitely want to talk about one of the first signings that they did, which was Miles Hartsfield to a one-year deal. It's a DB. We're going to talk about it more while Mike's on the phone. I want to get your thoughts on this. I talked a little bit about it on the Wayne Breezie show this morning, so they know how I feel about it. But let me get the Mo's Nose thoughts on Miles Hartsfield.
Forgive me, because I wasn't able to tune into the show. I was a little busy at work today. So if I'm reiterating something you already said, like I said, please forgive me. But I think this is a signing to help with the transition over to Steve Wilks. So this is a guy who Wilks probably feels, one, is available, but two, I can trust him with the verbiage of my defense to be able to communicate that to my new team. So obviously he'll be up front, he'll be coaching. But if somebody is unclear about what something means, verbiage, scheme, whatever, Miles can be that secondary coach, kind of help that, the guys on the back end, even the guys in on the front end and our linebackers and our defensive line, just to kind of get them familiar with the verbiage of Steve Wilks' scheme to kind of, shorten that learning curve a little bit.
All right. Oh, that's a nice take. I haven't heard that take. I didn't even think about something like that. And it could be a good reason why he was signed. Mike, what are your thoughts on Miles Hartsfield?
I agree with everything Mose just said. System familiarity plus big jersey in the building. Another Jersey guy. So I'm always going to go to bat for people like that. Yep. But yeah, no, just a young guy, a little bit of experience in the NFL, and maybe we can get a little bit more out of him. That's all, a little bit.
Yeah, and one of the things I was adding about the kid, I mean, you're gonna get versatility, right? So he can play nickel, he can play safety, play both safeties too. He can play in the box, he can play deep, and he kind of had like an average around the same amount of snaps at those three positions, right? He's not gonna be an outside corner, but he definitely can play, a little bit around out there in that backfield. But to be able to translate that verbiage from Steve Wilks, defensive guy, I think that's pretty much spot on and what you're going to get out this kid. I will say this, he's a thumper, and watching some of his film, the one thing I like about him, he be hip to hip with these wide receivers, bro, like hip to hip, and able to dislodge the ball at the last second. And I don't mean receivers. Let me reiterate that. Wide receivers, tight ends, and let me be specific. There was a play on Gronk that he made a couple of years ago that Gronk, it was a touchdown, but because he played the ball all the way down to the ground and knocked the ball out of Gronk's hand, it was an incomplete pass. So these are some big body players that he's had to defend during his tenure with the Carolina Panthers. So he's now a 49er. What would you give this as a grade? I mean, this is depth signing, or is this a potential starter? We'll start with Mike and then we'll go with Mose.
I'm going to go with depth. I think that he's coming in here to, like Mo said, kind of, reflect some of the system thoughts and the theories that Wilks wants to give to the rest of the team. I don't know if he's going to come in here and beat anybody out that's already on the roster. But I mean, it definitely can't hurt. We've seen the Niners do more with less. So I would give it, a solid C. I would give it a solid C.
I could dig it. Mose?
For me, I'll give it a B minus.
Okay.
I think you attack depth and you also attack special teams. There are some players that you're losing in free agency that contributed on special teams. So you want to make sure you kind of replenish that a little bit. We know what we get out of George Odom. We know what we get out of Oren Burks. But now, you have a guy who come in and can help you learn the scheme, give you that added depth. We saw injuries to our cornerbacks, over the past couple of years be something that was consistent and or frequent. So you give them that depth piece, and then as well, another option on special teams. So, if you're saying that he's a thumper, he's not afraid to, stick his nose in there, make a tackle and bring a guy down. You can never have enough of those guys on special teams, that have the heart and willingness to go down there and get a stop. So I give it a B minus.
That's good. I'm kind of like at the C plus range. So we got C plus, B minus for the range of our grades. Look, I forgot to mention special teams, which is probably one of his really great skill sets. And if you notice what the 49ers are doing, they're replenishing or replacing players that are no longer with them. So this would be that Tarvarius Moore type of player. And if I ask you to grade Tarvarius Moore, I'm curious to know what would your grades be?
I hate to knock a guy on health. Shoot, he picked off Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl, but just over his tenure with the 49ers and his availability or lack thereof,
just based off his
I got to give him a D.
Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't fault his health. Tarvarius Moore, former 49ers safety, now signed to the Green Bay Packers.
I think he was a guy just missing more opportunity, if I'm being honest with you. Health related, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys are saying. But I kind of got excited when I watched him out there. I thought he was someone that was very reflective of what they wanted to do. He was a fast moving guy, and seemed to have a nose for the ball. I mean, if I'm grading him as just a player and his skill set, he'd probably be a B for me. But again, best ability is availability, and he just wasn't there all the time. So.
That's good, man. Even with his skill set, for me, Mike, I kind of still graded him down like to more that D plus, that C minus type of grade range for him, because I felt like he had one skill set. It was his ability to track the ball, but the only time he was great at that when he was utilized like as a dime linebacker, like as a dime cornerback or whatever you want to call it. Like when he was a dime backer on the field, he was so much better because he only had one responsibility. Like he had one particular thing he had to do well, and he did it very well, and his speed helped him out a lot. I'm not faulting him for his injuries, but when he was on the field, that's what you got. And then he was a great gunner as well on special teams. So I'm kind of like in that D plus to C minus range. I'm kind of leaning toward a C minus. I didn't think he was a bad player. I just think he couldn't outbeat a lot of the players that were up there to get more of the opportunities you guys are speaking of, right? It was just better talent at the position of cornerback. Right? That's what happened. And unfortunately, he didn't upgrade. So I said that to say this: if we're replacing him with a guy like Miles Hartsfield, it's an upgrade. Bing! Let me get the check mark. All right, there we go. So it's kind of like an upgrade. All right, let's go to the next player that they signed. They signed 2 players today, right? So the 49ers are in the signing business. All right, so they signed re-signed tight end Ross Dwelley. And we're going to talk about this. Mike and I did a quick 15-minute take on this particular situation. All right, and I got some breaking news that's 49er related, but it's not in the benefit of the 49ers. All right, so Mike, you want me to do that first, or you want to start on this Ross Dwelley thing?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can go on to Ross Dwelley if you want.
Let's go on to Ross Dwelley, bro.
Yeah, no, I thought this was a cool signing. And when I say cool, I mean that in every sense of the word, right? Like not something that like we did it, right? It's definitely not one that you're upset about. The Niners need some more help at the tight end position. And this was someone that they have been working to kind of replace the last couple of seasons, and just for whatever reason haven't been able to do it. The fact that he was available, the Niners went through their free agency period. I'm imagining that they looked at some other tight ends and weren't able to come to deals with any of those guys, so they go back with what they know. Some familiarity never hurts, especially in this building. And so you bring him in knowing that he's a capable guy who knows the system, and that you're going to be able to get out of him what exactly you're looking for. A multifaceted player in this scheme, like you said during the other show, right? That H-back role that he plays more than just tight end. I don't think it's a lose situation for any person. And then it doesn't stop you from going out and still looking at other players in the draft. So it's a beneficial move. You got to get the 90. He can be here, and he's going to also push some of those younger players when we draft them. So it's good.
Very well said. Mose, I'm going to get your take. I'm going to bring Tony in here as well, and then we'll get Tony's take on Ross Dwelley. So Mose, what are your thoughts about it?
I don't mind the signing as long as we use Ross how he should be used. Everything that Mike said is right. That H-back tight end role, we know that he has deficiencies when it comes to run blocking. But if we want to open up the offense and not have it just primarily focused on CMC, Debo, and Kittle, spreading the ball out, getting the ball more to these weapons, let's use Ross Dwelley in the way that he's supposed to be used. Now, I know there's only one football, and there's only so many opportunities you get on offense each game, and that's not the same from game to game. However, if you're bringing him in for a reason, if he does make this 53-man roster, let's utilize all the weapons and pieces that we have. Kyle wants all of these weapons because he wants the defense to be on their heels and to be guessing. When a defense has to think, they play slower and they make mistakes. But if you're only going to the same 2 or 3 guys, when you have all of these weapons at your disposal that from experience, if put in the right situations, can do really, really special things, let's use them the way we know that they can be used.
Well said. Tony, what are your thoughts on the Ross Dwelley signing, bro?
He's the new Dante Johnson. You hear it every damn year. That's it. It's all it is, man. It's Dante Johnson part 2. That's it.
The only
What's up,
difference
fellas?
between him and Dante, other than the positions, is Ross Dwelley stays relatively healthy.
Yeah, like they hit it on the head, right? He's a guy that has a role in this team. Versatility, he can play the H-back, the fullback, the tight end. He's not going to run away from you, but he just simply does not drop passes. Like everything that hits his hands, he just catches, and it's amazing.
Soft hands.
He set the record at San Diego University, receptions for a tight end. That says something, but unfortunately, he does not have that blazing speed where he can create separation. He's more of a schemed open guy. And, I do expect them to add via the draft, probably 2. I think they bring an undrafted guy and a draft one guy and an undrafted guy, and they just let him battle it out, and that's it.
Yeah. The 49ers tight end room, Dwelley, Warner, Kittle. And I know Mose was talking about we want to see Dwelley utilized more. And I just feel like they got him as a tight end. That's his position, but he's like an emergency piece. Like he's not going to be utilized unless he's really needed. It's kind of like what Kyle Shanahan does with Ross Dwelley for some strange reason, and it could be the simple fact that in those 2 tight end sets, he's just not great as a blocker. You see Charlie Warner out there a lot. And then you saw Charlie Warner's play diminish last year when they added Tyler Kroft. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the best of both worlds. He was like the second to Kittle. He could block and catch, right? And so it was just and run routes. So it's going to be interesting. I agree with all you. I think we're going to address the tight end in the draft, possibly draft the tight end higher, and then possibly get a guy that goes undrafted and bring him in here for a workout. I'm hoping the Jordan Matthews experiment is over. I'm hoping we move on from that because that was definitely an experiment. Wide receiver trying to gain weight to turn into a tight end. It just didn't work really well with his body, and unfortunately, he could never really stay healthy either. So
Did they sign Jordan Matthews? No.
Hell no.
All right, so I think Jordan Matthews is going to be on this coaching staff. I really do. As like a quality control coach.
Okay. I could dig it.
But hey, they still have yet to announce the changes, so I don't know what the hell's going on.
Hey man, it is what it is. All right, and let's talk about this last but not least latest signing, the one that's got all the fans kind of, chipping, chirping. Who is he? Where did he come from? Blah blah blah. This is a journeyman. It's not a journeyman, but he's a veteran in the NFL. He was drafted in 2015 by the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they were the Oakland Raiders, but at that time, I don't know. Don't really care. But he was drafted to the Raiders. 49ers signed offensive lineman John Feliciano to a 1-year deal, per reports. All right. Let's go with one of our guests first. Let's go with Tony first on this one. We'll go Tony, Mose, Mike on John Feliciano. Let's do it.
All right, Feliciano. It's an interesting signing. They brought in people because they lost people, right? Now, there's one or two things that could happen here. This could be either A, the Brunskill replacement, where you're covered from right to left inside the guards, both guard positions in the center. He also played tackle at University of Miami. So it could be that. Or it could be, let's take our 4th or 5th round pick from last year and let's move him out to right tackle where he was in college, and let's insert Feliciano at right guard. It could be one or two things. I don't know. But he will probably make this roster if they don't add anybody else, potentially to be the backup on the inside mainly in an emergency spot action at tackle. And it all comes down to how they build this roster out, right, guys? Because you know how they do it. They like to keep 10 in the 8, 9 in the offensive line group. Usually, sometimes I think the 1 year they kept 10, but
interesting.
He does offer you versatility inside, and that's the main reason why I think he's here. His pass production numbers with the Giants, he was behind, I think, the left tackle Thomas, the highly drafted Thomas from Georgia. And it's just a smart investment, right? Because we don't know what Zakel is, and we don't know what Poe is. All right, we know what they are in the preseason. We know what they offer. We know why they were brought in here. So it's just a smart piece to add right now. And listen, there could be a chance where both those guys outplay Feliciano, and Feliciano could be on the outside looking in when it comes down to cut time. But it's a smart move. And again, like we spoke earlier, Wayne, this gives them the ultimate versatility in the draft, right? They just keep adding pieces. So now there's no glaring hole. So when the draft comes, someone starts falling. Okay, let's go get them. So it's a smart move. It's smart how they build the 90 and then they keep adding to it, and then they take the 90 down to 53. So it's their way of building the 90.
Very interesting. Mose, John Feliciano.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see what the plan is from the offensive side of the ball, because mainly last year he took snaps at center. So 971 snaps, ranked 19th of all offensive linemen, only 6 penalties, only gave up 3 sacks, had a pass blocking grade of 65.9, run blocking grade of 57.1. So, like Tony said, is he here to, kick Burford outside and play right guard? Is he here to just be a backup to Daniel Brunskill? Is he only going to play center? Is he going to play across, the offensive line and be that Swiss Army knife? I'm definitely interested to see him being a 31-year-old, having, 9 years in the league plus. I think, like Tony said, you go find someone in the draft that you can develop. But if those guys aren't ready, or if a Nick Zakel or Cole McKivitz aren't ready, you have a veteran who's gotten quality snaps in the NFL, may not be the greatest option, but I'd rather take experience over inexperience, especially with this type of team.
Well said. Mike, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I don't have much more to add to it. The guys really hit the nail on the head there. Good depth piece. Someone that comes in with experience and versatility and can help out. Again, it's kind of like what we talked about with Ross Dwelley coming back, right? If Ross Dwelley wasn't a 49er, I would probably feel the same way about him, right? A guy that's been in the league, knows what's asked of him at a couple different positions, and if it doesn't stop you from drafting someone if they happen to come to you, and he will push that person. So you're going to get, it's a very safe, very, very safe pick. I
agree. Listen, I actually like the pick. After going through his stuff and reading on about him and watching some of his highlights and things like that, this kid can be very serviceable. Well, this grown man, he could be very serviceable for the 49ers. It's going to be interesting what you guys said to see how they choose to utilize him. Like when he comes into camp, like where is he going to be best positioned at? Is it going to be now? He hasn't played tackle in the NFL, Tony, so I'm not sure how he would translate to tackle now, even though he did play it in college. Is it harder to go back to playing tackle in the NFL? Would you think it would be hard at this level if he hasn't been playing it?
Tony sent something in the group chat earlier, and it said it was shaped like a pear, and then something else later on said short arms. That does not equal tackle in the NFL to me.
Yeah,
it just does not. I get it doing in college, competition's a little bit different. And that was also in a pinch, if I'm not mistaken. Tony can elaborate on that, but I just don't see that happening in the NFL.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I put that in there just to show you that what he offers, right? Because he did play it. Obviously, the speed of the NFL game and the collegiate game, the NCAA, is 2 different speeds, even though he did play at Miami. But it just shows you his versatility, like what he offers and what he brings to this offensive line. And again, like I said, this only makes it easier for the 49ers to draft now because they have fallback options everywhere on this roster.
And they're drafting for the future too. So you gotta look at it like that. It's just a 1-year deal, right? And so they might get their guy that could come in and be ready next year. While this gentleman, goes on and does his thing. Go ahead, Mose. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so just looking up his career, okay? Throughout his career, he's had 689 snaps at left guard, 1,283 snaps at center, and 1,519 snaps at right guard. So if I'm looking at that breakdown, backup center, possible option to start right guard if he comes in and wins the job, right? Maybe you kick Burford out to tackle. if he beats out McKivitz, whatever the case may be. So, like Tony said, kick Burford out, give Feliciano the shot to maybe win that right guard job. He's had the most snaps there throughout his NFL career.
We'll see how it pans out. Again, the 49ers are filling out their depth. A lot of people were upset that they didn't really address the offensive line, and they're addressing the offensive line. They re-signed Brenda as their starting center. We hope, we think, right? They re-signed Colton McKivitz to compete at the tackle position, or he's penciled in as the starting right tackle. Currently, the 49ers now, with the addition of John Feliciano, they currently have 12 offensive linemen on their depth chart. 12 offensive linemen, 11 officially. 12 would be Alfredo Gutierrez, like when they're allowed that extra player, the international player. So that's 12 offensive linemen. Tony already said they usually only keep 9. This is gonna be interesting to see who gets bumped down to the practice squad, and we didn't even draft yet. So how many offensive linemen do you think we'll even draft if we already have 12 on the guy? Let's talk about this shit. Like, how many offensive linemen?
They're drafted.
I was there's going to be a lot.
How many? That's my question.
Well, they're probably going to draft 2 or 3 more because they have to get up to a total of 10. I'm sorry, not 10. At least 13 or 14, 15. Yeah. Like they have to be able to field these teams for practice and all. It's going to be interesting.
So you said about 2 or 3 more, right?
And that's just the draft. I say they take 2 in the draft.
And then they might go undrafted guys too, right?
Exactly. One that's probably more of a center, then you get a guard tackle or a center guard versatility guy, and then you just go crazy. I told you, like, we're at what, 64 right now?
Yeah.
63?
Yeah.
And we got to get up to 90. We have 11 picks, and then the rest are undrafted free agents. Maybe you sign maybe 2 or 3 veterans from here to the end of the draft and post undrafted free agency time, maybe like a veteran kicker or something like that. They got to fill out to the 90. That's all it comes down to.
Right. Just ask a question. Speaking of kicker, haven't addressed it yet. Your thoughts on 49ers don't have a kicker. And so Robbie Gould is still out there. I think Eddie Pinheiro is still out there. There are a couple of good veteran kickers that, are pretty accurate. What are your thoughts? What should we do with this kicker position? Are we just going to wait to see who gets drafted and see if that market kind of like lessens? What's going on? What do you guys think?
I mean, Robbie, at one point he said he wanted to test free agency and he wanted to see what's out there. And then, a couple days or a week or so later, he says, I wouldn't be opposed to returning to San Francisco. So I'm kind of getting mixed. Do you want to stay or do you want to, test the market and see what's out there for you? I'm sure that there will be a team to give him a little bit of money, but obviously, he isn't it's not like he's Justin Tucker where teams are going to give him that money now, especially when they can find, a young leg that's got a little bit more pop in the draft. Your guys out there, Moody from Michigan, he's probably the top kicker in the draft. Somebody's going to, take him day 3. So I think you're right. I think this probably will be a waiting game, and we'll wait and see, what happens, how things shake out. And once we fill out more of that roster, once we get closer to that 90 number, and then we see, what we have left in the piggy bank to say, can we meet your number, or, are you going to go somewhere else that can provide you the type of dollar amount that you're looking for in your contract? So I think it is going to be a waiting game.
What do you think is holding up Robbie from signing? What do you think it is? The guarantee number? Is it? What do you guys think it is?
Good, Mike.
I think it's age. I think people are just hesitant to bring him in. I don't know.
I mean, I always say I don't know to you, not to cut you off because I want you to continue, only because of guys like Adam Vinatieri kicked till he was 40,500 years old, and it was accurate. Like there's been some old good kickers. I don't know if you put Robbie in that stratosphere though. That's why I said that.
No, I get it, right? And I think those guys were a little bit more proven than Robbie. Now, Robbie's still a good guy, and he's going to be a high percentage kicker, right? Robbie's going to always kick You know, as long as he's healthy, 87+%. Like, you don't have to worry about many things. But does he have the distance? If the game is on the line, you need a 53-yarder. Like, how confident are you running him out there? And I'm going to be honest with you guys, with each passing day, I'm starting to think that the Niners have a kicker in mind in the draft that they want, and they're just going to, you know, this is going to be the guy unless he doesn't work out in preseason. Then we'll sign a veteran. I was of the mind before they'll probably get a cheap veteran now and then draft the kicker and have a little competition. But I'm starting to think the other way around now. I think that they have someone in mind in the draft. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a 5th round pick as a kicker.
Look at Tony's eyes, like, say talk. Oh,
I'm watching something. No, listen, seriously, you know, you got to ask yourself the question. 49ers like to go the veteran route, right? They drafted 2 kickers from that I remember. Doug Bryan was one of them, and Jeff Chandler was the other one, and they both weren't good. Like, Doug Bryan got a Super Bowl ring because he was on that team that went to the Super Bowl in '94, and you know what that is. So my thing is, they love going the veteran route, right? So they went to the Joe Nenny. The Joe Nenny went up, and then Joe Nenny hit this, and then Joe Nenny went like this.
Yes, sir. They
have to find it before Robbie Gould does this. And I think they're sitting back saying, is it time?
Maybe they
is this the year where Robbie Gould starts to do that downward trajectory? You know, you got to cover your ass. Robbie Gould's not going to kick till he's 50 years old. I mean, watch me be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? But you saw it with Joe Nenny. You saw it with Akers. You saw it with Phil Dawson. And now when does it say, okay?
But you didn't see it in other, like, also only the 49er veteran kickers plateau and then hit a kaplunk plunk. Because I watched some kickers kick. Today was like 45.
Damn, he said re-sign Owen Pockman. Oh, damn, don't ever say that.
He said re-sign Jose Cortez.
Oh, God. But, yeah, like, and this is where it comes down to, like, right? Like, right now, Matt Gay, from the guy from the Rams, signed with the Colts. I think he's over $5 million a year, his contract. So if that kid's young, he's an up-and-coming proven talent. He was drafted, I think, by Tampa Bay, and they cut him because he had his rookie struggles. So now that's what you look for. You look for guys that got drafted and then they got cut and then they start over again. They do like they go through this whole rotation, whatever. And now he's a solid kicker and he's a proven kicker. He's an accurate kicker. He's got a strong leg. Now the question is, if he's getting over $5 million, what does Robbie Gould want? And then now the other question is, okay, do we give Robbie Gould $6 million where we could take that $6 million and add another pretty damn decent edge in some of that money and giving him a contract on a 1 or a 2 year deal to solidify this defensive line? So there's different ways they can move this money, but I do believe that they're honestly talking amongst themselves saying, like, you know, do we do this with Robbie Gould for another year?
Would you give Robbie Gould $6 million, guys? Like, going around the table. I know I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah. So like if that's the number he's asking, the 49ers are probably in that 3.75 to maybe 4.9 or something like that.
If that's weird the case, they need to walk away from him.
Yeah. And I think they're prepared to walk away from Robbie Gould because you guys just said earlier, there's probably some guys in the draft that they got their mind set on. I mean, hell, I promise you I didn't think we were ever going to draft a punter. I know we needed one, but I didn't think we were going to draft one.
But if I recall right, that selection was a compensation pick. And at that time, that year, compensation picks could not be traded.
It couldn't be traded. That's true.
So that was just like a freebie, if you will. I mean, granted, they could have took a player. I think it was.
So
who was there?
Ooh.
I think it was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
Don't you say he was there?
No, I think he was on the board when they took what's his name?
Don't you say Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was available and we drafted our punter. Hold on. Let me ask you this question, Mike. This one's for you, right? So Tony mentioned compensation picks. 2019. Would you be upset if the 49ers spent one of those third-round compensation picks on a kicker? They're compensation picks. They free picks.
No.
Yeah, I get that.
You could trade them now.
Right.
Okay.
I would be upset because we're not on the board until the 3rd round in the first place. I don't know if I'm going kicker that high. Now, let me be very clear.
I mean, what if that's the number one need?
That's what if you think that you have that damn, what was my man's name from the Raiders, the 1st round pick?
Sebastian Janikowski.
Sebastian Janikowski.
That's another one.
If you think you have like that guy, and I don't even think he was quite worth it, right? But if you think that kind of player is there, this guy is kicking 62, 63 yarders like it's nothing, right? If you think you have that kind of player, then maybe you go ahead and do it. But I mean, I haven't started looking at kickers, but I don't know if I've seen somebody worth that yet. I
mean, technically they're 4th round picks, technically, but they're still 3rd rounds. I mean, I know I would, and I was just asking you guys a question. Would you? I mean, it's a compensation pick. Would you guys? Do you think the 49ers draft a kicker with a compensation pick, or it doesn't matter?
Maybe in round 6 or 7.
Yeah.
You'd think 5?
I'd be willing to go as high as 5 because we have 3 5th round picks.
Yeah.
So I'd be willing to go as high as 5. If Moody's on the board and they like Moody, I would. If he's on the board in the 5th round where we have 3 picks, I could definitely see us taking him in round 5.
I'll tell you this: he's the only kicker I consider draftable in this draft.
Everybody else, I think, will go
because the Senior Bowl, those kickers, whoever the hell was there,
they were terrible.
They were hard. They were missing chip shots.
I was there. They were terrible.
Then, if you watch Moody at the East-West Shrine game, he was nailing everything. Dead center, boom, right down. Plenty of
and the reason why I like him the most is just because he kicks it. He can kick in all terrain types of weather.
He's from Michigan.
The wind, not just that, but it's the fact that he can kick in the blowing wind and the snow and the rain. I mean, isn't that what you want in a kicker? An accurate kicker in those type of conditions. I mean, not all our games are played in a dome, so I know we feel like we spend a lot of time on a kicker, but there's reasons for it because for me I feel like that's the one position the 49ers have chose not to actually take care of. Right now they're filling in depth and we still are without a kicker. And so our special teams, in my opinion, is incomplete when you don't have a damn kicker. So that's something to look out for. Maybe will it be Robbie Gould? Possible. Will it be somebody in the draft? Possible. Could they sign another free agent? Tony, go ahead.
Never mind. No, I thought it was Lonnie Johnson's going to the Saints, by the way.
That was what I was going to break a little bit earlier. So
I'm sorry.
The 49ers, no, it's all good. You did it. The 49ers were interested in DB Lonnie Johnson Jr., but the Saints picked him up. The Saints decided to sign him, so he is no longer an option. And he was going to play. He could play safety. He could play DB, like cornerback. Like that would have been another. Notice the 49ers are sticking with these damn versatile players. I'm telling you, man, they're on it. Now listen, we want to put together a big board. Okay. Now I like this. So Mose and I have Fears have his list. And then we have Mike and we have Tony. So we have Nothing But Niners and Nitty Gritty Niners. And we're going to put together our top 100 players that for the 49ers. All right. Now you're going to see a bunch of dope ass players that we're just not going to be able to get, guys. All right. So when you see these I would say the top 75 names on the list, we have to go back and forth to see if we feel like any of those guys are going to fall, to us. We're not doing, it's not a draft. So it's actually putting together a big board. So you guys ready? It's going to be fun. All right, let me get this big board up here.
There's gonna be a whole lot of shooting from the hip on this one because I am not prepared for the draft whatsoever yet.
It's gonna be fun.
Tony, you're not alone because I don't have any information on the first 3 rounds of players. Like I have some late round 2 guys that I hope might fall. But as far as first round prospects, I didn't even waste any time this year looking at guys like that. So this is going to be very interesting. I mean, I got to feel I'm going to be sitting over here twiddling thumbs until we get around 50 or so.
All right, listen. I can't. That was funny, Mike. I didn't know you were funny. All right, here we go. So listen,
shot number 2.
Where's the thing? Who's got it? One of you got it.
Dang, up here. No, it was not a shot at Mike. I'm sorry. All right, listen. The key to this is to figure out, all right, who do we think is going to be available? So can we automatically just jump to let's go to where would you start, Mose?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, like I see like maybe you could start, but there's some of these guys here
that
like,
might
I feel
fall.
like they got Cody Mock at 60. He's probably not gonna fall, right? But you got, if you go up to 56, BJ Ojolari, he might fall.
This is gonna be enter motherfucker.
Caillou Blue Kelly, he might fall. I mean, so there's a few guys, but if you wanted to pick a number to start, whether you pick 70, 75, or 80.
All right.
Because like
so let's
Trevius
start
Hodges Tomlinson is at 78. He's not falling.
Let's start at 70.
All right.
Let's start at 70. That's what, 22 players that can possibly fall into that pick 99-ish, right? 29 players that could possibly fall into that pick 99-ish. So let's start here. Who do you have on your list? And I'm gonna see who Fair has on his in that realm.
Oh, do you want me to go through my 25?
Yeah.
All right.
Can you say that again, Wayne, just real quick, so I'm on the same page with y'all? We're doing.
So Mose, Fair, Peachy, and I, we came up with our top 25 players, period. And then we were going to come together and we were going to try to, because we're going to have some of the same players. I'm
right.
But we're looking to start at the number 70 once we get those top 25 solidified. So you guys can give y'all top 25 if you have them. If you got a player, throw them out there. We'll go back and forth if we feel like they should be on the list.
And we're going based off of positional need for the Niners, not for the NFL.
Exactly. Thank you, Tony.
All right. So on my list, I have one for me is tackle Blake Freeland.
All right. So let's see where he is on this list. I feel like I didn't see his name, but I'll tell you what, let's just go to offensive tackle. Now I have Blake Freeland on my list, and Fair had him on his list. All right, get off the position. Do. So he might be. Where is Blake Freeland? Curious to know where they have him. They got him way down there.
Yeah, they changed it.
This is crazy. You can't use these sites, man.
Everybody's everywhere, you know.
Everyone's gonna be different.
You're right. All right. So you got Blake Freeland. I'm just gonna put him on the list. We could put it in order afterwards.
Where does Jalen Duncan fall? Is he out of reach?
What position?
He's a tackle. I'm sorry. He said tackle. I looked at my tackles. He's from Maryland. Jalen Duncan. He's not even. Oh wow. Okay.
Am I spelling his name wrong?
No. It's Jae.
Jae. Yeah.
There he is.
55.
Let's put him up there, and we're just gonna put these players up there. We're gonna build 100 players, and then we can go back and forth. All right. So I'll tell you what. Let's do it from the positions. Let's change this up.
Yeah, let's do position groups. It's so much easier.
Let's do position groups. Okay. Let's start with the tackles. So who do we feel like the tackles? Blake Freeland was one. Tony gave me a tackle. Mike gave me a tackle.
That's actually a good way to do it.
I got another one while Tony looking for his. Jackson Kirkland.
All right, so let me
Jaxson.
And they got him way down there. All right, Jackson Kirkland from Washington. All right.
Wanaya Morris from Oklahoma.
Iwanye or Wanaya?
Wayana?
Wanaya. They don't have him. I know they got him. They don't have him listed as a tackle?
They might not.
Oh. All right,
I have somebody for guard, but he's listed on here as a tackle.
Wayne, try putting in Morris.
Yeah, I'm gonna put in Morris. I'm gonna see what they have him listed as, though. His name wrong?
Just take the first name out and see if you. There he is.
All right, so there it is.
It is Wanye.
Yeah, Wanye. All right.
What about Anton Harrison?
Oh, he's going in the first.
He's
first round.
Yeah,
first
Okay.
round,
All right,
early
then
second. Yeah,
All right,
I
cool.
wouldn't
That's
put
fine.
him.
So Mike,
Okay.
Mike, we get you gave me one guy that's probably gonna go in the first. That was your Duncan.
You think Duncan's going to go in the first also?
I mean, he's projected to go top 55.
Yeah,
Not
I
in
think
the
he's.
first.
I think he's
he'll be going. He'll be going before us. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, so if I look through my tackles, I got my number 7 guy here.
And pay attention to the chat too. I'm curious to see if they pop up anybody.
Oh, that's one of the worst things I do. I'm terrible at that.
All
What
right.
about Broderick Jones?
Broderick Jones is probably going to the top 15
What? He's
gone, Mike.
from Georgia.
These are top tackles.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're comparing him to Andrew Thomas. Who
That's
also
why
went to Georgia.
That's why I said let's stay away from picks 1 through 70 because I want Matthew Bergeron, but I mean he's at 68. I'm gonna
What
put him
about
on
your
here.
boy Ryan Hayes
From Michigan.
Yeah,
he's probably up here.
I mean,
Now, how many
69.
tackles do we want to put on our big board? That's the question.
Well, there's 4 of us, so let's do 20s at 5 each.
I mean, we did this last year, right? I think there are certain position groups we can eliminate completely. Maybe
that's what Tony was saying too. Yeah, I got you. So we're only gonna pick our need groups, right?
Yeah,
I would say so.
All right, so we'll focus on the tackles. Let's put as many up here as we feel like should be up here today. What about Nick Saldiveri?
He's more of a guard, I think, at the next level. I mean, he could play tackle. You could put him up there. I think I think he's definitely a late round guy. 5. He's borderline 4 or 5. I think.
I got one for y'all.
I would put him. He's a late round guy. 6, 7, maybe.
Okay.
Yep. Walter Rouse. What is he going high too?
I don't even see his name up here. How you spell Rouse?
It's like house, but with an R. R-O-U-S-E.
Okay, I'm
Stanford.
I don't even think he's up
I
here.
don't think he made he didn't even make the top 500 players.
2 other names for you. Asim Richards from North Carolina, 179.
Yep.
And then John Ojukwu, tackle out of Boise State, 216.
I can't believe they got Blake Freeland that high.
Blake Freeland was low.
Yeah, he was
His 198.
Senior Bowl work and his combine shot him up.
All right, so what about Matthew Bergeron?
Yeah, I already put him up here, dog.
Put him up there already?
I'm praying he falls.
Okay.
Hold on, let me get these dudes. Let me get these dudes for Mose. I seen one of them. This guy right here from Boise State.
Yep.
And you said Asim Richards.
Asim Richards.
So far we
How
got.
many do we have?
We only have 10.
10.
All right, try this last name. Gouraige.
Gour. Richard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think he'll end up being a right tackle in the NFL.
All right, so that's 11. We got 9 more.
All right, I got.
You want 20 tackles?
That's what I thought. That's what he said.
Well, how many? Just
all right. So the position groups we're gonna address: tackle, safety. I want to say center.
I have centers.
How many do we have right now for the tackles, Wayne?
We have 11.
11.
All right,
We got to
do 15.
We can get up to 15.
What about Wanye? Tell me Wanye is on there.
He's up here, Mike.
We already had him.
Oh, you already had him?
Mhm.
Earl Bostic Jr. from Kansas.
I liked his combine. His combine was dope.
Yeah.
That's a good one. There he is.
Is DeJuan Jones on the board?
He's gonna get picked early.
Wayne, 296
because he's Ohio State.
Dude,
Yeah.
the dude is freaking
and he's massive.
Massive, bro.
I thought
296.
tackles that were too big were bad.
I didn't add 296. I did.
Did you? I didn't see
Jordan
it.
McFadden from Clemson.
Here's a guy. This guy.
No. McFadden's is a guard. They have him listed as tackle. McFadden's a guard.
Well, listen. You guys remember Derek Deese?
Yes.
Mhm.
This guy reminds me of Derek Deese, right? Derek Deese was 6'3", 285. This guy's 6'3", 305. But his arms touches his knees. His hands touch his knees.
Damn.
He's got
Really?
long ass arms
So he may be able to play tackle. They've been
Exactly.
saying that he's slated to be a guard.
because of his height.
I'll say it's
His
too
height
short.
and his weight. He's like 6'2", 6'3". But you give it like, you know who he reminds me of, like modern day, like an Isaiah Wynn. Isaiah Wynn's 6'2", and he's
Okay.
playing tackle. I honestly, they were at that Clemson Pro Day and they were sniffing around this kid, the Niners.
Okay.
I like
This
Tyler
could
Smith
be-
from Alabama, so I'm gonna add him.
This could be a potential, I'm not saying starter day one, but a nice piece that could come in and see what we can get out of him.
Okay.
I'm talking maybe low 5, high 6 area, maybe, but that's just someone that caught my eye.
No, yeah, I mean, I'll second that because in my top 25, he's 8th. And he was 8th for me because that I thought he was going to be playing guard. Everybody is slating him inside to guard because of his size. But if he has those long arms, I mean, he proved at the combine that he also has the athleticism to back it up. So
Exactly.
the long arms with the athleticism, if you could put him on the edge and he can show that not only can he hold up against a bull rush, but then he can also handle some of those speed rushers because his arms are so long and he can
get out before they get in.
Yeah, he can get his hands on you first.
Mhm.
Then this could be a sleeper pick if everybody is slating him as a guard, but the 49ers have plans to build and develop him as a tackle. So absolutely, I agree with that.
All right. So
Keep scrolling, Wayne. Let me see.
I got our 15 tackles.
Let me just ask one more question. Y'all tell me, shut up. I don't know where these guys are projected to go. I didn't watch combine, any of that stuff. Darnell Wright.
Oh, he's going in the first.
Oh, he's
round.
got-
First or
that's
second
Tennessee
round, bro.
kid.
He's out of here.
Yeah.
I swear to
First or
God, if the
second round,
Niners
he's
trade up,
outta
that's
here.
the guy.
That's
If
the
they
guy.
trade up, I want Wright.
But you got to trade up.
But you gotta
Like,
trade
gotta
up,
give
up.
away.
Y'all
Like,
think he's gonna go that high, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
He must have had a good combine then.
He had a good
He's just a-
season.
he's just
good
a
combine.
Big
Good.
dude with good feet, man.
Yeah,
I was
Strong
hoping
as
that he kind of in the
Sweet.
combine.
He's
No,
definitely not falling,
Sweet
though.
feet for a big dude.
Okay.
Only 2 question marks. All right. So Matthew Bergeron and what was Mike's guy?
Matthew Bergeron.
Jalen Duncan. Do we remove those guys? Because they're gonna probably be gone.
I think Bergeron will be gone. I think there's a slight possibility Duncan could fall.
All right, so I'll take Bergeron. We need to add one more then.
I don't know. I'd say
Broderick Jones. We talked about him already. Oh, Georgia. Yeah,
Yep.
I think we talked about him already, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going high. He's probably gonna be one of the first tackles off the board, dog.
Did they have Nick Broker as a guard or a tackle from Ole Miss?
They have him here listed as a tackle.
How did he test at the combine?
I don't necessarily remember off the top of my head. I could
I'll
look.
combine stats.
Because he started at left
How do you
guard.
spell his last name?
Broker,
Broeker. But he started at left guard.
I'll tell you
but
what,
he played tackle his freshman year.
Let's add him. All right, we'll add him, and I think we're gonna have to take off Jalen Duncan too from Maryland. Sorry, Mike.
He did a 5.27 40, 184 10 yard, a 7.75 3 cone, 20-yard shuffles, a 4.7. He's got 32.5-inch arms. That projects into a guard.
Guard, yeah.
I think. Let me see if they have McFadden's numbers on this real quick. Offensive line.
This guy,
34-inch
I
arms.
only said him Broker because he played tackle for 3 years, and then the last year they moved him to guard.
Yeah, guys, like I see a lot of people in the chat. I'm looking at the chat, and a lot of people are talking about Cody Mauch. And listen, the only way we're getting these type of guys is if we trade up. And so we're doing this as if we aren't trading up, but I guarantee you that they're on the 49ers radar. Like there's there's their big board, and then there's the reality type board that's set.
Well, the other thing too is to consider, Wayne, right? Is that we've got 15 names here. You took 2 of them off already.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt 15 tackles are going to go this early.
I have 14 names.
Oh, I thought you had 15 and took 2 off. I'm sorry.
No, I have 15, but I took 2 off, but I added your Nick Broker, so I was trying to add 1 more.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I can tell you the other names I have here on my list, my little list here.
Hey, just real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, Mike. Jordan McFadden from Clemson on NFL.com. He's listed as a guard, but he has 34.25-inch arms, 9.5-inch hands. His 40 time is a 4.99. His 10-yard split is 1.74. His vertical is 28.5. 3-cone 7.7, and his 20-yard is 4.81.
That split.
That 174 is really good.
That split.
Now, 34 was it? What did I say? 34.25?
Something like that.
That's long arms, I think, right? I mean, I don't know. There could be something there.
So, do we want late round guys like a Jordan Morgan from Arizona? Is he on here?
No. Unless he's listed as a guard. What are your thoughts on Sidney So from Eastern Michigan? Sidney So.
He's 6'6", like 333, 335.
Big guy.
So, you know, for Kyle and his offensive line, he likes him 325 or below.
Is Javon Foster available from Missouri?
No.
What site is this?
This is the Draft Network.
Okay, 6'5", 323, 33 and 5/8 arms, 10 and 3/8 hands, 5'7", 40, 5'07", 48, 1/8 split, 32 vertical, 9'2" broad jump, 3-cone 7.62, 20-yard split, 4.69.
Had good numbers.
Great.
Warren McClendon, is he on there?
I think McClendon is up here.
He's from Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's from Georgia. Yep.
All right.
Played right tackle. Some people say he might be able to move to guard, but
all right, he's on the list. We got our 15. We got our 15 tackles. What position are we moving on to next?
You want to do center while we're there, or you want to do edge?
Let's go edge.
Offense, defense, back and forth.
Let's mix it up a little bit. All right. So here are the top prospects. Will Anderson, because he's probably an outside linebacker. Miles Murphy, Tyree Wilson, Nolan Smith, Derek Hall, Lucas Van Ness, Keon White.
Keon White's kind of high on this board, but
yeah, he's kind of high. But
are we separating outside linebackers from edge guys, or are we gonna?
I mean,
because I have them 2 separate positions on my thing.
They are 2 separate positions. I like this. He's
out of here.
He's gone. All right, so let's
6'2", 280.
Let's start
4.4.
Okay, let's start at 81 with Zach Harrison because he may be available. As a kid out of Ohio State. No, he's not Nick Bosa. No, he's not Chase Young, but he's still highly productive. He's highly productive. And the one thing that I do know about the Ohio State defensive line coaches, they coach edge rushers really well. This might be a kid we want to add to the board just to see if he's there. KJ Henry is going to be there. Will McDonald.
I'm going definitely Will McDonald.
Definitely Will McDonald. Definitely Will McDonald.
Mike Morris was there from Michigan. That's the big dude.
Is Ojulari there? Or is he
BJ's at 56, but I think BJ might fall. If I'm being honest,
that's a good name to have then, right?
I would.
Or is he too high?
For this, he's too high. But like Tony said, Keon White is a little high on this board. Keon White's only this high because he ran like a low 4.4.
I'm sorry. I meant, is he too high? Is he too high to add to our list? He's not going to go.
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's just Mo's personally. I don't think he's too high to add because I think he could fall. into that third. Maybe not to 99, but if we get to 80, 85, and he's still on the board, and we want to trade up then because we're only moving up, 14 spots from 99 to 85, or less than 20 from 99 to 80, then I think it would be possible.
He's been added. So if I can add him, then we can add my boy from Northwestern.
All right.
I think here's where I think this is low for him.
Yeah, like
you don't find 6'2", 280 that's running a 4.49.
All right, give me some edges. How many edges are we adding?
I would do 10.
All right, so right now we have
you passed Bryant Young already. Like I think Bryant Young is an excellent edge player, excellent pass rusher, speed, tested very well across the charts.
And the 49ers met with him too. So
issue
definitely Byron Young.
A little too light.
Yeah.
And I think his best position is a 34 outside linebacker. For him to have success.
I don't know if this guy even made anyone's board because he kind of had a down year. Andre Carter was good last
from Army.
year. Yeah, he's from Army, but he was with the.
Now he dropped because
his day too though.
His pro day numbers are better than his combine.
Oh yes.
Okay, good. Because his combine numbers were terrible. That's why he's a little low on this list. He's at 181.
That's why
I would add Zach Harrison too, since you passed him at 81. You talked about him.
I would think that'd be a good piece to add. That might
just because he's 6'6", 272, so he's an edge rusher, but he also provides that interior versatility.
Yep,
we always look for that.
I want to put Mike Morris up here.
Isaiah McGuire,
definitely.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
And Andre Carter was under him. Yep. Now they have Moro Ajomo on the edge. I think he's more interior.
He's both though. He's that tweener too though. But he's definitely interior first, but can line up on the outside.
Go down just real quick.
There's Jose Ramirez, right?
Add 242. Just add him, please. You guys need to watch this kid at the East West Shrine game. Please just go watch him.
What about Carl Brooks from
add Carl Brooks as well?
And I think
Isaiah Carl Brooks is more of a defensive tackle.
I mean 6'4", 295. He is more interior, but
you get him, he could be a tweener.
He said he projects as a hybrid defensive lineman. So inside outside versatility.
Yeah. All right, we need to add one more, guys.
Is Javante Jean Baptiste on there? Another Ohio State guy?
Wait, where's my guy at? Oh, he's not on here because he's on my list.
I like Isaiah Land.
Can we talk about Robert Beal though?
Robert Beal Jr. from Georgia.
Yes.
I don't see your guy, Mike.
It's all right.
If we're talking about
Mose, he screams Mike Mamula. He screams Mike Mamula, a workout warrior.
So we add in. I like Thomas Nkoum too from Central Michigan.
I love Thomas Nkoum.
He tested really good. Right,
so I'm gonna add Thomas Nkoum and I'm gonna add Robert Beal. We got 1 over our 10. So
is Keon White on the board or no?
He's gonna be, he is, but he's probably gonna be gone.
They listed him a little high here, though, Wayne.
But he's not gonna be. I don't even think he's gonna be picked in the 80s. I mean, he had a great Senior Bowl. So
I didn't think he was gonna go that high. They got him listed as 39. Is this overall or just this position group?
Just this position group.
Oh
wait, no.
This is
I think this is overall.
They have him listed as 39 overall.
He had a great.
That's why Tony said it's too high.
It's
way too high.
Like to me, you might switch out of Tamiwa and push him up and put Keon White down. And remember, Keon White was a former tight end converted to defensive end, so. He had a good Senior Bowl. I was there. I don't know if that matters, but that could be why he's projected on this board, on their draft pool, why he's projected so damn high. I like Isaiah Land. I feel like he should be added to this list. The dude could get
we got Andre Carter on there, so I'm happy.
I'm gonna add him. Right now,
No,
we
he's
got
on there. Andre Carter's on there already. I
no,
like
I'll
that.
talk about Isaiah Land from Florida A&M. Right now, we got two. He's a 3-4 guy too, but we got 2 3-4 guys that don't typically fit the 4-3. Should we remove them, or we got 3 of them? Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Well, you guys also have a defensive tackle in there too. That you said he had a 295 guy, right?
Yeah, Carl Brooks.
Oh, Carl Brooks.
So I mean, it's up to y'all. I don't. I mean, you know, let's see.
I say let's leave him here for now, and let's see, because we're only at 27, dude. We got like 73 people to go.
And we added 10 edge rushers, so we got 17 tackles.
No, we added 13. We added
13 edges or
15 tackles, and then
12 edges.
12 edges.
Okay, that's cool.
So where are we going next?
Well, back to the offensive side, right?
So let's go to the interior.
Yeah.
I don't think they have it listed as centers and
yeah, it's
and
interior.
guard.
I mean, we could do 5 at this because I think we're pretty much going to focus on the center spot, right?
All right, so let's talk about Andrew Voorhees, right?
Well,
If he's
wait,
a-
before we go, are we doing centers or tackle? I mean guards, because I got them separate on mine.
I think we can mix and match. I think we can do both.
Okie dokie.
All right, so I think it's safe to say that, I mean, the kid, how do you feel about Emil from Alabama?
Not a fan.
Okay. Anyone else?
I would start at Whippler.
Mhm.
That would be where I would start.
All right, so Andrew Voorhees, let's talk about this, because if he's available, and the 49ers like to redshirt guys anyway. Now, he's a guard, but he's probably one of the best guards in the draft. Unfortunately, towards ACL at the combine. So that means he's not going to play this year. That means he would go to the NFL. 49ers were to draft him. Should we put him on the board?
I mean, you can. I mean, we took Kalia Davis last year, kind of same situation.
What are your thoughts on him, though?
I mean, he's a good player. I feel like he would have been a day 2, maybe early day 3 pick, second round, early third, day 3 pick.
Is Adam?
So in between 2 and 4, yeah, I'd say Adam for sure.
Jarrett Patterson is one of Fair's guys, so we're going to add him to the board.
You want to skip over Alex Forsythe, center from Oregon?
I don't want to skip over him, but I like Jake Andrews better.
You said you like Jake Andrews?
Yeah, from Troy.
Okay.
Mose, he's pretty solid. I know he's from Troy, but he had a good Senior Bowl.
Okay.
That's what you saw him there, right, Wayne?
That's where I saw him.
Yeah.
I know my bias is like Senior Bowl players. It's not like I just like him. I just think he fits the 49ers better. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
What about your Michigan bias?
I don't like Michigan center.
What about Notre Dame?
You don't like Oluwatimi?
Who, Patterson, Mike?
Yes.
They took him. He's on there.
Yeah, he's
He's
on
on
our
there already.
board.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, I put Jarrett Patterson up there.
You don't like Oluwatimi?
I don't.
Okay. Hey,
I thought he had
you follow the
weakest-
team more than me.
So here's the thing, right? On Michigan, he was solid, like top, right? And then he got to the Senior Bowl, and he wasn't the top. What does that mean?
Better competition. I don't know.
I guess you're playing against the best of the best, right? And so, like, then he kind of looked mediocre. I felt like he got beat on a lot of his one-on-ones, but during the full 12, 11 on 11s, he was solid. I don't know what that means, so I don't even want to take the risk. What
Does this have Braden?
Add Ricky Stromberg.
Yes, from Arkansas.
Uh-huh.
Juice Scruggs is there too. We might have to go with 10
Add
of
him
these
as
guys.
well.
Is Braden Daniels listed as a tackle on this or a guard?
Is guard, because I think I saw him in here.
Yeah, he's here, 189.
I like Jake Andrews, so I'm adding him, and then
I got
Brady
some
Daniels.
names that I just don't know where they're gonna have him listed.
We could put Forsythe up there, bro.
All
don't
All right,
care.
what about the TCU guy, Steve Avila?
Steve
I
Avila.
think he might go.
Is he out of reach? He's gonna be out of
Yeah,
reach.
I think he
he's
might
gonna
go
be
second
gone.
round.
I think we stay away from Cody Malk, Steve Avila. I think those guys are gonna go, bro.
Yep.
Osiris
We listed
Torrance,
Cody as-
he had a blazing Senior Bowl.
Because after Osiris Torrance is the best guard in the draft. After him, it's Mock, then it's Avila. So if you need an interior and Torrance is off the board, I think it goes Torrance, Mock, Avila in that order.
You got Ryan Hayes already on there too, right? I'm sure Wayne do, right?
From Michigan?
Yeah.
As a tackle, I think we put him up there.
You have him as a tackle or a guard? Oh, tackle.
He was a tackle.
6'7". Okay. Yeah, you're right.
All right, so we had 35 players. Anybody else you want to add from this group?
I got a guy.
That's
Hold on,
good for
wait.
the interior.
Where's my man? I had a guy that was injured.
Oh,
Didn't
Andrew
play
Voorhees. He's up here.
Oh, we got him already? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I think that's it. I think we
that's
move
it,
on
bro.
to another
Let's
position.
hit the safeties.
KT
All right.
Levinson. Okay.
Woo! Now this group gonna get crazy.
This gonna be the best. This is gonna be the best one right here. We're gonna add like 40 of these dudes, yo. I can feel it.
You said safeties?
I like everybody likes Jamie Robinson. Is there a way he could, if we add Jamie, I get to add Sidney Brown.
I don't know about that, bro.
Come on, man.
Bro,
Sidney's gonna
Sydney's
get drafted
combine was
higher.
crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
I think you have a better chance of Jamie Robinson dropping than Sidney Brown because of
All
the
right.
combine.
Y'all boys, all y'all can
1000%.
kiss my behind. All right, here we go. So I added Jamie Robinson. That's where I started. I don't think any of these dudes will drop. I really don't. If anything, they get moved up. I don't like Brandon Joseph.
Me.
Jay Ward, though. No.
But Jartavius Martin
from Illinois.
Yes,
Ronnie
sir.
Hickman. I like Ronnie Hickman from Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, Big Ten.
Antonio Johnson.
All right, let me see.
Oh, he's gone. No.
Too high?
He's the second best safety in the class.
Yeah, he's gone.
You said Martin already, right?
Mm-hmm. Kayvon Merriweather from Iowa.
I like Kayvon Merriweather.
Wayne, you know who I want?
Yeah, we're gonna
Cameron
get him
Mitchell.
right now. We got Daniel Scott's getting added. All right, we got to talk about Trey Dean because he had the worst combine, but the kid's strong as F. And he
Why
plays
you doing
well.
that? Why you doing that? Add my homie Jason Taylor.
Jason
right
Taylor.
there.
So we did.
Now, you know, what is it with
Also, go back up. Sorry, Tony. Go back
You
up
go.
to 186.
What about
and
Jair
add-
Brown from Penn State?
You can add him too, but go back
Okay.
up to 186 and add Tariq Jones from Boise.
You got to get my man from Northwestern, bro.
Javarius
Cameron
Owens
Mitchell.
got to get added.
Is Cameron Mitchell already up there?
Cool.
Cameron Mitchell, Northwestern.
I'm gonna keep going. Hold on.
I don't see him.
He might be listed as a corner. He
might be
played both.
listed as a corner, bro.
That's terrible. Yo, if we can get him and make him a safety.
All right, we're at 44 picks. Damn, we got a long way to go.
my issue with the two Florida safeties, Torrance and Dean?
I'm listening.
Physical, they get hit, they tackle well.
They can't cover.
They have good ball. They have Dean has okay ball skills. The other guy, Torrance, he's more of a thumper, I think. But they're slow as shit.
They're slow, bro.
They don't have speed.
And who was the Florida safety that we took and we tried him at linebacker and it didn't work?
Who was that?
I didn't know he was a safety. I always thought he was a linebacker. Jamel.
Nope, he played safety at Florida.
No, it's not. It's not good. He was from North Carolina.
Yeah, Mose, you stumped me.
And this was recent too.
I know.
What's the question?
The Florida safety that we had, he played safety at Florida.
Oh, Marcel Harris?
Linebacker. Thank
Damn.
you.
Marcel Harris, yeah.
So
they're all that
those
same
Florida
type of
guys
safety.
are all that same type. They're thumpers. They can hit. They are missiles when it comes to making tackles. Their ball skills are so, but they're slow. Their change of direction is bad, and their reaction time is bad.
So let's stay away from
not
the Florida safeties then.
Sidney Brown.
Oh, he's gonna be going right.
He's gonna be
No,
going.
he's probably the third
Yes,
best.
he is. Yes, he
Y'all are
is.
crazy. He's
Oh,
not.
so he's my favorite. He's my favorite safety. I met him at the Senior Bowl, and I was like, "Yo,
He's
he's
not
so
gonna be
cool."
out of reach. Did he have a good combine?
Yes.
him and his brother basically had identical combines.
You want to know his
Jair?
combine, Mike? I'll tell you his combine. Hold on.
Wasn't he like a 4.4, 5, something like that?
Hold on.
Then
Let it
jump
load,
through
let
the
it load.
roof.
Let it load. Let it load. Let
Test
it
it
load.
well.
What about Jair Brown?
I think we got him.
I got
right
him up
there.
here from Penn State.
That's not his brother though.
Nah, his brother is
Chase Brown, who's a running back.
He's a running back. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Wayne, did you take the kid Hill from Pittsburgh?
No, here he is right here, Brandon Hill. All right. So I think we added 10 safeties.
He ran a 4.4,
Yes.
40, a 1.5 split, a 40.5 vertical, a 10-10 broad jump. Didn't do the 3-cone 20-yard shuffle.
I don't care. That boy fast. I think that's
about Sydney, right?
Unless I want to add Brandon Joseph from Notre Dame.
Nah, let's get Skinner. JL Skinner.
His combine was terrible.
JL Skinner, I will add him.
Yeah.
Mike says JL Skinner. We'll add him.
He went to the Senior Bowl.
I like Tyreek better than I like Skinner. Same team.
Yeah.
So we got 11. We got 11 safeties up here, yo. We stayed away from the Florida boys.
He said Tyreek.
Yeah.
Who'd you want, Mose? I'm sorry.
No, you got him up there already. Tyreek Jones.
Okay. All right. Which position we going with now? We got safety back to offense. Tight end. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry.
There's like 30 of these motherfuckers we can add to the list.
I don't know about 30.
Nah, I'm just playing. Sam
Put my
Laporta.
guy on the list right now, Payne Durham. That's it.
I'm adding Payne. Sam Laporta. Is there a possibility?
Yes.
There is.
Sam falls.
And it's the same situation.
Zach Kuntz got to add him.
I think Laporta is the same situation as George Kittle.
Yes, I got you.
Wasn't
who I think is going to fall? Dalton Kincaid, right there.
There he is. You think? Whoa, hell nah.
Whoa. I agree with Mike, but do you want to know why?
Why?
Dalton Kincaid. I think he's going to fall. I don't think he's going to fall to us at 99, but Dalton Kincaid is going to fall because his major injury is a back injury.
Back injury.
And we know those back injuries, they linger and they are reoccurring.
Can we take him off our list?
I would take him off. I don't trust him.
I can't do back injuries, yo. I'm sorry.
I would add Josh Wiley.
Yep, from Cincinnati.
Yep.
Also, and shit.
Also add Will Mallory.
Oh, from Miami. Yes, he was the fastest tight end out there too. By the way,
yes, he was.
Just throw Laporta on there for me.
Who?
He's on there.
Sam Laporta.
You got him already, bro. Yeah.
Wayne, throw on
what about Britton Strange from Penn State?
Davis Allen from Clemson.
I got you.
I'm good.
Thoughts on Britton Payne?
Strange, slow.
All right, let me
and slow and short arms. He's got 31 and an 1/8 inch arms.
What about Josh White from Cincy? Oh, we added him already. Sorry.
Josh
what
Wiley,
about
Tucker Kraft? We had the Tyler Croft. Give me Tucker Kraft.
That's South Dakota, right?
Yeah. There he is. And there was one more.
No. I got
Cameron Latou from Alabama. I'm gonna add.
Hold on.
I don't think he's
gonna fall. I know. But we're gonna add him because he's on this thing. We got 45 players.
Wait. Is Davis Allen still around?
We picked him already. We got him.
That's a kid from Clemson.
Yes, 6'6".
Yeah,
but he ran a 4.84.
Get my man.
I don't care. He's probably a red zone threat.
I heard he did better at his pro day.
Okay.
I heard he timed a little better his pro day. Listen,
I mean, he does have a 38.5 inch vertical at 6.
I just like how he's
crazy.
That's all I care about.
That's crazy.
Let's go. All right, so we got the tight end. All right.
Wait, I got one more. Wait. Brevin Spanford. Is he on there?
Stanford.
He's from Minnesota.
College?
No. Span. His last name is hyphenated. Spanford.
I don't see him.
Where's the little typey thing? Where is it at? He's gonna be at the bottom if he's on here. Brevyn. Fuck. He's not on here. They hating. All right, never mind. Okay.
All right, so we got them. All right, which position we going with now?
That was offense.
We did
Back to
edge.
defense.
So now we got to go interior.
Now listen. We signed Javon Hargrave.
Yeah.
Do we still want to look at interior defensive line?
Absolutely.
He's still going to take one.
Let's see if we can find
best
some.
believe that.
Is there a space eater type available? Tony and
Put
I
the
were
kid
talking-
from Texas on there right now.
Byron Allen?
Is
No.
Mozzie going to fall?
I like Zach Pickens. They looked at him. We got to put him
No,
on
add
tier.
Pickens.
Put Coben from the Texas. Coben. Please.
There he is right
Keandre Coburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like also
Dante
like PJ
Stills.
Mustafa.
Okay, hold on.
Penn State, big dude, stomach
Mhm.
boy.
Just
They
trying to
called him
figure out where
stomach
he
boy
is.
at the
He just
East-West
passed
Shrine
him.
game.
Where is he?
Right there. 270 something. Keep going.
Oh,
Right
PJ.
there.
I'm just going to give you one name at the end.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I said at the end. Y'all go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna add Byron Young from Alabama.
My man.
Tony, what are your thoughts on
None of y'all going to say him.
Jaquelin Roy from
Oh,
LSU?
from LSU.
He's tough, man. I mean, I like him. I just wish he was a little bit more consistent.
Yeah.
Brings the physical. You see the explosion off the line. Takes plays off. That's what I don't like. I wish he had the motor.
Do you think
can't wait
that
to
can
go,
be
man.
coached out of him?
Well, if anyone's going to do it, you know who it's going to be.
Chris Kosirik.
I would add Roy.
All right.
Any chance Mozzie Smith falls?
No.
No, hell no.
That dude didn't even test, and I guarantee you he'll be one of the first defensive linemen off the board.
Hey, he didn't test for a reason. Because he know they already on me.
Add
He wasn't going games after about testing
Keanu
well.
Benton.
Keanu Benton from Wisconsin. I like that one.
All right, nobody said my guy still. This is good.
What about Gerard Clark from Coastal Carolina?
I think the Niners spoke to him.
They did. We should add him.
He's on the screen. He's right there too.
6'4", 345.
Right there. Right
DJ
there at the
Dale?
top.
Oh,
Nope.
Jalen Redmond.
Jalen Red, bro. Listen, they're gonna tell you he's undersized. Watch this man play. Watch this man play.
I believe you.
Pass rush, stops the run, everything. 6'2", 279.
What about
think they're
Kobe
getting away
Turner
from the,
from Wake Forest?
I think the same thing Tony
Takes
said
plays
about
off.
Roy.
So then we
He
should add
takes
him.
plays off, but I think he doesn't have the burst and the get off that Tony mentioned about Roy,
Okay.
which is why Roy's at LSU and Turner's at Wake Forest.
Okay.
Did we get Siaki Ika?
No. He's
Right
it's
there.
possible he'll fall. All right. We got
Isn't he more of a nose though?
Yeah. We
Yeah,
need a
he's
big guy in the
6'4",
middle, right?
358.
350, yeah. No, I thought y'all said y'all wanted the plug. No?
I
That's
do.
not what we're looking for. Take him off.
I think we need
Y'all
we
think
can
he's gonna
use,
be a 3-4 guy?
yeah.
I think he's more 3'4". He's like great value Vita Vea.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, take him off then.
I want to add one more.
For numbers, or you like the guy?
Just for numbers.
Oh. Too small.
If you don't see anybody, we'll just move on.
I mean, if you want to add Turner,
Turner. Let's just add him. All right, we got 65, y'all. 35 to go.
Let's go to quarterback.
Corner,
Quarterback.
Ooh.
oh, really, Tony?
Where's Tony going
Obviously,
with
they ain't
this?
going to be the top guys.
Nah, we thinking Bryce Young. I'm just playing.
No, but I want to see what name you go with because I
All
didn't
right.
have any.
I think Jake Hayner can go on this list.
I think Jake Hayner's going to go higher than people think.
I
I
hope
think
he
so
doesn't.
too.
Somebody had the nerve to say that Jake Hayner was the best quarterback in the class, but
Well, I'll tell you this: Hayner's good, but he comes with a big medical question mark.
Okay.
which is
A lot of injuries.
Let's take him
Oh,
off.
just a lot, just overall.
We're not
like-
doing a lot of injury players. All right.
I mean, listen, if he's there around 6,
Mm-hmm.
I take the shot.
Everybody on here, I want you to give us a quarterback.
Max
I have
Dugan.
to?
Everybody. Mike said Max Dugan. He's a running quarterback, Mike.
I know.
Give me Tanner McKee from Stanford.
Tanner McKee. I'm going Dorian Thompson from UCLA.
Oh, Robinson from UCLA. I like him. He was on my list.
Damn, Wayne.
Tony,
I like
you knew
him.
Tony, just take Stetson Bennett.
Nah, he's a high percentage completion guy too, over 70%.
Yes, sir.
That's why people like Jake Hayner. The fuck you talking to like that? Oh, I got
All
to
right.
mute.
I'm gonna go, and this tells you what I think of the quarterback position. I'm gonna go really low in this. I'm talking undrafted free agent, and I'm gonna say Tim Demorat, the kid from Fordham.
I thought you were gonna say Rocky Lombardi, bro.
They watched this kid. They watched Zakel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Zakel played at Fordham.
I see what you're saying.
You know damn well they were watching this kid as well.
I see
right?
what you're doing. Mm-hmm.
He showed a little bit in the East-West Shrine game. I saw a couple positives, but if you look at our roster the way it's built right now, there is no dire need at the quarterback position right now. So as an undrafted free agent, I want to throw his name in there, but my other guy would have been Thompson Robinson as well. And who'd you pick, Mose?
Tanner
Crane?
McKee.
Who picked Crane? Someone picked Crane? The kid from Houston?
No.
Uh-uh.
Oh, that would have been another guy.
So then you pick that guy because your
Oh,
guy
so I'm
you
thinking-
talking about Clayton Tune. You talking about?
Tune,
All
yeah.
right, I got one more for you guys since we're doing undrafted guys.
But they're not
Grayson
on
McCall.
here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we can't add him. Is what I'm saying.
Is he? You sure he's not on there? Grayson McCall.
Yeah, I'm sure. But you could pick one more quarterback if you want, just to make it an even. We move to 70 players. How come nobody wants Stetson Bennett? What did he do? He blazing combine. He was in the.
He's got the Doug Flutie-itis.
Oh, he played well at the
I
combine.
mean, he's on a team that's stacked.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the better offensive lines in the country. Weapons around them.
Every year.
Workhorses at the running back spot.
Do y'all think Hendon Hooker will be available? Or he's going to go too high.
I think he'll be available.
That's a Tennessee kid.
Yeah.
Let's add him.
Because I mean, he did tear his ACL, so he won't be available
Oh,
to play this year.
we took that could be a red shirt guy. All right, let's go to linebacker.
All right, keep it moving. Ooh, this is fun, man. Oh, you guys are getting me in the draft mode, and I wasn't even supposed to be doing this right now.
All
This is great.
right, Mike, you want to give us your first linebacking pick?
Oh,
pick?
man. No. I gotta get my outside linebacker, inside linebacker.
Just picking linebackers, though.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
All right. Give me one. Let's go with Isaiah Moore, NC State. He better be on here. Don't play with me.
He is 325.
All right, Tony, you give me a linebacker.
You should know who it is, Wayne.
Who's your linebacker, Tony?
He wants
Aubrey
2.
Miller.
2. Oh,
Who?
I like Aubrey Miller because
Oh,
I think Henley's
Jackson
a
State,
great
baby.
linebacker.
There he is, right there.
Henley is a good linebacker. I think he's going to be way gone before the Niners look at him. I think the kid from Utah is going to be gone before they look at him. Before the Niners look at the position, a lot of these guys are going to be off the board when the Niners decide to pull the trigger on a linebacker. I think this kid Aubrey Miller can. I just like him. I like him.
there is a guy. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
When Tony
You can
finishes,
throw Cam Jones on there too.
All right, let me see who Mo's guy is.
Tony, you taking my guy. He got Cam Jones.
I'm sorry.
I got 3 for you.
All right.
Right there,
my
give me
guy.
Anthony Orji.
All right,
That's not him.
Give me Dorian Williams.
that was
That's
my
not
guy.
me.
The Chalky's going out of order, but okay, no problem.
All in a row. Give me Ventrell Miller.
Okay,
He didn't get my guy.
all right.
You like Ventrell
All right,
Miller?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Go ahead, Wayne. Let's see if Wayne.
I like D. Winters. They met with Mohamed Diabate.
That's the kid from Utah.
That's the kid from Utah. So I'm gonna add.
Who actually transferred in from Florida.
All right, and let's see.
That Pace kid is good too, Wayne.
Ivan Pace.
But I think he's going to be freaking long gone before they even on the clock.
Well, he ain't long going on this board, so let's see what happens. All right, who you got, Mike?
All right, this is my draft crush at linebacker. All right, Mekhi Baskerville, LSU.
Mike, did you watch any?
He's up there though.
I see him.
Why the fuck y'all laughing at me?
I didn't laugh. You see me laughing? I'm laughing now because you said why.
Mose, why you laughing, bro?
Because you be pulling these names out the hat, bro.
What's wrong with him?
I knew it, but like
he's a high motor guy, fast pursuit. What's the problem with him?
Nothing.
No.
I'm only laughing because
y'all
the way
laughed.
you cursed.
Y'all laughed at my man. You know what? See, look, even Fair laughing. It's over. It's a wrap. Okay. All right.
Let me see who Fair got on his list. All right. Oh, Bumper Pool. Was he up there?
Yeah, he's up here. 301.
That's a kid from Arkansas, right?
Yep.
Yeah. We got 81 players on our big board.
Give me Yasir Abdullah.
82 players on our big board.
And
we got to do what,
boy, bro?
What's left? Corner, right?
We got to do corner and wide receiver.
Oh, I'm throwing a running back on this list too.
And running back, yeah.
Charlie Thomas. Hold on, wait. Do Charlie Thomas.
We had 82 players.
I think you passed him already. Right there.
All right.
Georgia
We got 80, 83.
Ooh, a little light.
I like Owen Popo. As well, he's one of the fastest linebackers from Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, he ran a 4.39.
Let's add one more.
You're talking about Charlie Thomas, right?
No, on Papo.
Hey, Wayne, take the quarterbacks off.
Take them off?
Yeah, because that's 3 extra players we can get. Mo said he wants to do a running back, and you still got to do corners and wide receivers. So,
okay. Quarterbacks are off the list. All right. Now we can come back to it if we got players left over.
Yeah.
All right. We had 79. We adding one more linebacker. We moving on.
Moving on.
All right. Let's go to wide receivers. Then we'll do corners.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, this is about to be crazy. All right. Wide receivers. I'm adding Ronnie Bell.
Okay. I know you want your other homie too, Nathaniel Dell.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I'm good. I like Puka Nacua too. I'm 3. I got my 3 in there. Everybody give me 3.
Give me 3.
Give me 3.
Oh, I only get 3? Oh, shit.
Give me 3.
All right, give me. Sorry, that's a 1-year-old crying in the background if y'all can hear that. Give me. Michael Wilson from Stanford.
I tell you what, everybody give me 2. I'm sorry. So those are my 2.
Come on, bro. I was gonna give you 3.
I gotta get 50.
Nah, y'all can give 3. I don't have any.
All right. So give me Michael Wilson from Stanford. Give me Justin Shorter from Florida. Michael Wilson is 184 or 182.
Way down here. Dang. Yep. Keep going. Who was the kid from? Ooh, there's another guy I want.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
All right, why you do that? I gotta look.
Actually, no. Take Wilson off.
Okay.
Give me Elijah Higgins.
Elijah Higgins from Stanford.
Yes, that's who I was looking for. Give me Justin Shorter from Florida.
Where is he at on this list? Justin.
283.
Gotta add Peary for Fear. 283.
Just past him.
Boom.
And then go down to 316 and give me Jaden Hazelwood.
All right. And Tony.
Give me Mingo.
Mingo.
Ford Wheaton.
That was going to be I forgot that guy. I got to find Mingo. So if you see Mingo up here.
133.
All right.
And I'm going to go with a little long shot. I'm going to go with Trey Palmer from Nebraska.
Ooh.
Okay. I like that. So I could go back and add my Nakua. Cool. All right. Let me see if Fair got any more. Jake Bobo. And I think that's all he has for his wide receivers. Mingo was already picked up. He got Mingo too. Yeah. Who do you have? Mike, can you pick one?
I would just be making it up. I honestly haven't looked at wide receivers at all.
Okay, so Mike is keeping a buck. I like that. All right, let's move on.
10 corners.
10 corners. 10
Wait,
corners.
give me my running back though.
All right, so then we'll do this. What we'll do? We'll do 2, 4, 6, 8 corners.
8 corners.
And then we'll do Mo's running back, and then we'll just take one random. We'll take.
I got a running back.
Whoa! I ain't hear nobody saying nothing about kickers yet.
You don't put kickers on the board.
Wow, y'all cheeks. All right, cool.
I ain't heard cheeks in a minute. Dang.
Jerks. All right.
All right. So where we start? We
one
have
of my
corners.
Safeties too.
We might not have 10 corners though.
Julius Brent.
He's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah, Julius Brent is out here, bro.
I feel like Caillou Bukele might be available, but they got him. But that's my guy.
I think he can fall. Hold on, let me pull my list up.
Jalen Jones.
I like Alex Austin, Jaden Jones.
Terrell Smith from Minnesota.
I added my 2 corners.
Yes.
Wait. Y'all got to hold on. Slow down. Terrell Smith from Minnesota, Mose. That's one.
Sir.
Who's your other one? So far, we got.
Give me Jacorian Bennett from Maryland.
Yes, from Maryland. Okay, he's the fastest DB out here.
Is Mekhi Garner going to be going too?
Mekhi. Mike, give me your 2.
Mekhi Garner.
Yep, I'm looking for him as we talk. Actually, Elijah, Mekhi Garner, Mekhi. There he is. I got him. And Jalen Jones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Tony, did you give me your 2?
No, I'm gonna go. Shit. Hold on. 1 second.
I gotta get Fair's guys in here too.
Grab Fair's guys. Go ahead.
Actually, he picked one that I picked, which was Darius Rush, so that we bumped there. He wants Devin Witherspoon, but I think he'll be gone.
Devin Witherspoon's going in the first round.
Yeah. So we're not going to add him to the list.
And especially once he has his pro day and gets those numbers on tape, he's first round.
All right, Tony, you up. 2 players.
Anybody say Rush?
I did. That's a push.
Rush.
I'll go with Trice from Purdue.
Ooh.
I was just looking at him, Tony.
Ooh.
Where are you?
Is that knee all right now, though? He had a knee injury, right?
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. You could take him. You could take him.
No, that's your guy.
No. I was just saying.
2 guys.
That was 2021, so he should be good now. Yeah, he played. He's
and
good.
There's 3 guys that I really like.
Tony's looking at size.
I'm just gonna name them. I like Stevenson from Miami as a dark horse. I like Eli Ricks, even though he has some issues.
Thank you, Eli Ricks. That's it. Eli
I
Ricks.
like Eli Ricks,
Yes.
but I think if you match Eli Ricks' talent and skill set with Wilkes, I think the Niners could get something out of this kid.
Thank you, Tony.
All right,
Okay.
so we got 1 player left.
Oh, I put 2. No, take Stevenson off. I was just saying I liked him. I want to go with Riley Moss from Iowa. And I'm going to tell you why. I think he's going to roll out zone concepts, and I think that fits Riley Moss's strength to the T. I really do.
So let me ask you this.
What was the corner from So Jason Sehorn 2.0?
Yeah. I think
Scroll
Yeah.
up more, Wayne. Let me see if he's on the list already. Yeah,
Who?
right there. Keep going. No. The list we already got.
So we
Scroll up
got-
more. Where's the top of the CBs?
Oh, so these are our CBs that we picked. You ready? Caillou Blue Kelly, Darius Rush, Terrell Smith, Jacorian Bennett, Mekhi Garner, Jalen Jones, Kobe Trice Jr., Eli Ricks, and Riley Moss.
I just want to say, because we all agreed on Rush. Who was the other guy? Roll up against. I'm sorry. We all agreed on Rush, Terrell Smith, right? And then who was the other guy? I think Garner was another guy. Like, you guys said them, so I just went lower down in my head on the guys that I've been watching, and that's why I'm throwing him in there. And like, listening to him at the combine, I kind of like what he said. Like, throw the ball at me. I don't care. I'm going to do my thing, and that's it. So the kid kind of has it like in him, and I just think the zone concept, if he installs a zone concept, I think this kid could be a solid corner. I do.
Listen, I agree. At this point, I get it. I like the players that we put up here, the prospects that are on our board.
Jalen Jones on there?
Yeah, we already picked him, Mike.
Y'all picked him already. And what about Rajon Wright?
I love Rajon Wright too, but we don't have that much space. I was thinking we maybe take some of those tackles off.
We could put him on here and then take off other positions. We sure enough can.
Yeah, Rajon Wright is another one I've been looking at.
All right, so let me go get Rajon Wright and add him up here.
Don't ask me to spell it.
I like Alex Austin as well. From Oregon State. I like Darrell Luter from South Alabama. There's a bunch of cornerbacks up here.
Hey, Mose, just real quick. Mose, he's a 4.43 guy with a 1.48 10-yard split and a 39 vertical.
Who?
Riley Moss.
Yeah. No, the
he's
athleticism is there.
Yes. So if you take that and you match it to like a zone, I think because of his athleticism, he could fit to a zone scheme because he could break, he could high point the ball, he could do all that.
He's got
I think what you said, he's got the mental makeup, right?
Yeah.
He's already got a chip on his shoulder because he's in a position, and again, not to make this racy, but he's playing a position that generally somebody who looks like him doesn't play. That's why I said Jason Sehorn 2.0.
Yeah.
So he has the athleticism, and now he has the mental makeup. Throw the football at me. If you want to try it, let's see what happens. Because I'm here to do my job and win every single rep. So he has the athleticism and the mental makeup. I agree with you, Tony. You put him in the right scheme with the right coaches and that defensive front that we have that's going to get after the quarterback and make them make quick decisions.
He's not going to have to cover for 3 to 4 seconds.
Right.
It's going to be 1 to 2 seconds, and that ball's coming out. Is he going to be in a position to make a play? Also, with his athleticism, can he convert to a safety role?
I think so.
That's another role. That now you're talking versatility. And that falls right into the Niners' lap. I'll stop talking.
Is he a good tackler? You talking about moving to safety? Like, how is he a willing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've seen a video of him on YouTube, of course. Highlights are highlights, but if you watch random plays, he comes up and fills.
Mm-hmm.
He hits. He's not afraid.
Iowa. Iowa is traditional, fundamental smash mouth football at its best on both sides. If like George, if you're not willing to run block, you can't play. If you're not willing to tackle on defense, you can't play.
You remember a couple of years ago when that kid Josh Jackson came out and everyone's like, oh, like even myself, I said he was a great fit. Yes, he was the corner. He would be a great fit for the Niners, the cover 3 scheme, all that. Great fit. But guess what he didn't have? He didn't have the athleticism that Riley Moss has.
Nope.
So now you're looking at
all he had was the ball skills.
The skill set.
He had the ball skills and the length.
He has the skill set. He has the ball skills. He has the IQ to identify. But now you take that person and you add the athleticism in it. And what is that going to be?
I got you. All right.
Good stuff.
Let's remove 5 of these joints, 5 of these tackles. Let's go look at the running backs. If everybody gives a running back, that'll be 5.
I say the bottom 5, right?
We can go at the bottom. Well, yeah, because I think we kind of put them in some type of order. So we're going to get rid of Warren McClendon, Nick Broker, Carter Warren, Tyler Steen, and Jordan McFadden.
Not McFadden. Take somebody else off.
I mean, listen, Broker, I think, in my opinion, is, I know, Mike, you picked Broker. I think he's more of a guard. So, I mean, could we technically add him onto the tackle side? We could. I mean, the guard side instead of the tackle side, we could. I don't think Warren McClendon is going to be there. I don't think he's going to be there for us at all. I think he's going to be gone. He's going to be he's probably going to be like.
I think that's why we added him so late, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we could take him off. I don't think Warren Carter is going to be there either from Pittsburgh. I think someone's going to jump on him early. He has the feet. He's got the size. He's got the punch. As a right tackle, he can anchor. So I think he might go a little bit earlier. Steen, I'm that guy. I cannot figure him out. I don't know if he's a guard. I don't know if he's a tackle. I think he's too light to be a tackle. He's not too slow to be a guard, but I just don't. He's hard to read. So, I mean, if you want to knock Steen off, that's fine. I don't care. But
we need one more off. We need to take off one more.
Fuck it. Take what's his name? Garvin off. Take Garvin off.
Connor Galvin?
Yeah, you can take him off.
All right. So I think we got 5 spots that just opened up. This thing says 4, but oh no, because I moved him down there. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Let's hit up these running backs. And if we each give a running back, bada boom, bada bing, bing.
Scroll down, please.
All right, I already know which running back I want, so I'm putting mine up here. It's Tajee Spears.
What?
That's the guy I like.
You might as well go all the way down that damn list.
Did he change? Did he have his pro day and change his numbers from the combine?
His combine numbers weren't that bad. But he had the best Senior Bowl. I could tell you that. He outran all them All-Stars where they couldn't touch him.
All right.
So on film, he's great. You see his stats from college? Like on film, he's that good.
Don't care about it. I want speed. Give me 111. Devon A. Chain.
I see him. Texas.
Yep. Give me Devon A. Chain.
All right.
Give me Deuce Vaughn. Is he on here?
That's a good pick.
Deuce.
That's a good pick. And there's multiple reasons why that's a good pick, but if you want to explain, Mike, go ahead.
No. This guy, he's strong. He's quick. He's elusive as fuck. I'm sorry. I like everything about this guy. I don't know where he's projected to go or anything like that. But he's a short guy, so a lot of people are going to be scared off by his height. He's only like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", something like that. It's a little guy, but this guy, he reminds me of like a Darren Sproles. Quick, hard to tackle, just super elusive, man. I like this guy. I think he's going to be dangerous in the Kyle Shanahan system, honestly.
So there was a drill that they did at the combine. They call it the Deuce Staley drill, where they do the feet over the bags. They showed 3 people that had the best feet in that drill. Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs,
that's
and
Alabama.
Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah. His it's the kid's good. I like him.
Scroll down, Wayne, for the running backs. Hold on. I'm going to go with that kid from, and this is just shooting from the hip. I'm going to go with the kid from, go up a little bit.
Minnesota?
A little more. Right there. Take 241, Jordan Mims from Fresno State.
Fresno State. Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you guys straight out right now, I was more impressed with the East-West Shrine game than I was with the Senior Bowl with players. And this kid was one of them.
This is Fair's guy. All right, we had 100. East-West Shrine game was dope. It doesn't get like all the exposure as the Senior Bowl, but the talent is still there. It's not a lesser of a talent type of thing. It's kind of like the players get to choose kind of like which one they want to participate in. So that's kind of what it comes down to. If you want more of the TV and the national media, then you pick the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
That's kind of like how it is. So I don't want people to think, oh, they didn't get invited to the Senior Bowl. No, a lot of players got invited and a lot of players declined it, and they decided to go make probably more money playing at the East-West Shrine Bowl. So it comes down to that. So Tony's right. There's plenty of talent.
I'm telling you guys, there was a lot of talent in that game. I watched that game twice, and I'm probably gonna watch it again to see if I missed anybody.
All right, we got our big board. Are we good?
Yeah. No, we ain't putting it in order now, are we?
Nah, hell no. That's a whole nother show. Bro. I'm clicking save.
Hell no.
Bro. Woo. All right, man. Guys, so thank y'all for tuning in, because a lot of people felt like we were doing a mock draft and things like this. Wasn't a mock draft. This was actually the Nitty Gritty crew, the Nothing But Niners crew, getting together, putting together a big board that we feel fits or suits the San Francisco 49ers. All right. That's all this was. And we're hoping that some of these players that we chose end up on the actual big board of the 49ers. So we'll see. We'll see how it ends up and it pans out. All right. Seahawks release veteran defensive tackle Al Woods. Just a little NFL update. They released defensive tackle Al Woods. Let's go ahead and do some final thoughts, man. Shout out to Mike and Tony. I'm glad you guys were available tonight, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love, the support from Nothing But Niners over here, man. Let everybody know what's going on with you guys, what we got going on next. We on for tomorrow night?
Yes, sir. Always, man. Tuesday we'll be back. We'll be doing a March Madness at midnight today as well. So make sure you guys are over there. Nothing But Niners. And then always, man, fun. This is my first time talking draft like at all. So we kicked it off on a different channel. Man, you got to do it the right way. This was a lot of fun, man. Thanks, guys. Gave me some good names to look at, so I appreciate it.
I'm glad. Tony, final thoughts.
It's fun. Thanks for having me on. As a matter of fact, I had so much fun. Maybe this should be a potential live show.
I see what you're saying. Do the draft board and okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're
between
saying.
The lines. You were asked a couple times, but there's no commit.
Did Tony just call me the fuck out?
Shot.
Shut up, Mike. Did Tony just call me out for real?
Come on, let's hear it. Where is it? One of you guys got that damn button that goes boom.
I don't. It's on my channel, not on this one. I don't
have the
shot.
I got a bomb.
Come on, put some pressure on him. We getting together for the draft, Wayne. Where you gonna be?
I told you what I had. I said I think I have engagements. I said that. Motherfuckers, I gotta work. At the end of the day, I gotta get this money.
It depends. If I'm not at the draft, I'll be in Philly at least for the early part of the day most days, because I'm covering pin relays. Gotcha. But if I got somebody who works for a network who's trying to get passes. If I can get passes to the draft, then I'll be in Kansas City.
Okay.
Anyway, we're gonna figure it out. If I have an engagement from 12 to 2. That I do know.
When?
That's Saturday.
Saturday? Oh, okay.
No, that's rough.
Yeah,
that's the best. That's it can't work.
That's the day we getting busy too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we're not getting busy till later on in that thing. The draft starts at 12. Ain't no way we drafting that early, right?
Saturday is around 4 to 7.
Saturday is 4 to 7.
Yeah, it's the last day to draft.
Right. So we don't have a 4th round pick. So it's possible. I don't know. I don't think I can.
And it starts at 12. It starts at 12. You're gonna miss some of it. You're gonna miss some of it.
I don't know if I could do it. Maybe I could do Friday and we do the 3rd round picks. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Super chat segment. We had some super chats earlier in the show. We wanted to read those. My man Terrence gets the foghorn. This is just because you got the most fire chat on Tube.
Nah, he's not lying, bro. I was watching y'all going in over here. I'm like, yo, what do I got to do different
Nothing. You just gotta let them be them. That's what we do. We let them be them, and somebody end up cursing somebody out, and then next thing you know,
Nah, they was going at it.
I love it. I love
Cussing
it.
Rams fans out, shouldn't he?
Yeah.
They were
Oh,
going
they always
crazy
in here.
I love it 100%. Thank you for the contribution, man. Jax Knox was answering your question, Mose. It's period. All right. So just so you know. And then we got a question from Nigel. He says, how do you guys feel about Willis going to the Raiders? So Jordan Willis was not re-signed by the 49ers defensive end. And how do you feel about him going to the Raiders? Let's start with our guest. Let's go with Tony, Mike, and then Mose, and then we'll go ahead and get on up out of here. Thank you for the contribution.
Listen, it sucks. Jordan Willis was a hell of a player for the Niners. He had the key special teams block in the playoff game that got the Niners to the NFC Championship game in Green Bay. He's a good guy off the bench. Maybe the number Oakland or LA, Las Vegas was talking about was the reason maybe they chose to go the Cleveland Farrell route. Now, if it's that, okay. But now because he wasn't resigned and there's no movement on Hyder, just keep your eyes open for another a veteran before the draft. It could happen. I mean, we did add Farrell, but who do we have, right? I'm good with Nick Bosa. We have Drake Jackson's year 2. You know how they draft and they expect in year 2 to make that step. But behind that, I'm not going into the season with Alex Barrett as a 4th pass rusher. You're out of your mind. The guys, I don't know why they keep that man around, but
he costs $2.
I feel that there's an opening for a veteran, and they're just waiting for those prices to start dipping a little bit. And once they get to that number, I think they pull it and they bring somebody in. Who that is, I don't know. Is it Ngakoue? Could it be I don't think they touch Clark. Who else is out there off the thigh? Ngakoue. Yeah, I said that.
Jadeveon Clowney, Mose.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Mose, you're big on Clowney?
No way.
I'm not big on Clowney. I like his motor. And because we don't need him to shoulder the load, we already have Nick Bosa. Just be on the other side and wreak havoc. At least we know that's what he does. He can wreak havoc. He can have 2 or 3 plays a game where he do something that's absolutely spectacular and change the game on the defensive side of the ball. And you're right, Breezy, when he's available, if he can stay healthy.
Solomon Thomas got re-signed to the Jets, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another edge rusher that was out there that I was looking at. I forgot who.
It's the veteran,
Calais Campbell?
No,
Campbell doesn't fit in his defense. I know there's Justin Houston.
Bud Dupree.
Justin Houston. Oh, Bud Dupree, outside linebacker, but I would like him here. I could tell you that. He's gonna cost some money though.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Bud's gonna cost a little. I think he might be the number 1 edge rusher.
Dreadlock. Yeah, I got 4 colored ones in here, man. My kids, I let each one of my kids pick a color they wanted in daddy's hair. So I got a pink one on one side, I got a gold one over there too, and I got a red one and then a blue one.
I see the blue
back here.
I see the red too.
It's somewhere back there. Yep. But yeah, so I'm not too upset about Willis not being able to come back. I feel about him the way the 49ers do. Cool, thank you for what you gave us, but we also cool with letting you walk. I think they're looking for a little bit more from somebody. The special teams commitment was pretty cool. Tony mentioned the block punt. If I'm not mistaken, he also opened the hole for Jimmy Ward to block the field goal in that same game.
That's what I was thinking of earlier, Mike.
But it's kind of like, all right, like Wayne said earlier, what have you done for us lately? I don't remember saying his name last year. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't.
It's just
between him and Mo Hurst, like it was like, where are y'all?
Well, Mo Hurst was IR, so
And the most important thing is, like, when you come from one season into a new season, your goal is you want to improve for where you were hurting last season or where you struggled. And clearly it was the defensive line. Right. Now, if you take notice, the biggest piece was Hargrove, and the pieces that they brought back were the ones that were performing. T.Y. McGill. Who's the other guy they signed?
Kevin Givens.
Who?
They re-signed Givens.
Kevin Givens. Guys that performed. But these guys were performing as the main players, not the spot that they originally were brought in and to play at as the rotational guys. So, like Mo said, you have Bosa here, And now we have Hargrove. Now the pressure's taken off those second and third guys in depth, where they just come in, couple reps, bang it out, get off, new guy comes in. And that's the whole mentality of this defensive line, consistent pressure, fresh legs. And now you're going to see these guys really take that step. Kalia Davis also is healthy. They were this close of activating him last year because he was doing so well in the practices, but they chose not to, which I like, but it is what it is. So yeah, I just think they're one edge piece away to complete and wrap up their free agency if they choose not to go to a veteran with a kicking situation. So one piece away, maybe another secondary piece, but other than that, I think this is pretty much free agency for them. You know, a piece or two here and there, maybe.
All right. Mose, anything different?
I mean, to me, this is just a 1-for-1 trade. We get Cleveland Farrell, you guys get Jordan Willis. I like Cleveland Farrell a little bit better. I think he has a higher ceiling. I think he's a little bit more
He's stupid ass.
I think he's a little bit more athletic than Jordan Willis and offers a little bit more from, you know, a pass rushing standpoint. I mean, Jordan Willis is a high motor guy, good character. He's a hard worker. But like Mike said, I think we want to find a little bit more production, more flexibility. I think Cleveland Farrell can offer you that. Younger guy, like I said, higher upside, more talent. Get him on this defensive line, get him working with Chris Kosir to kind of, you know, pull that talent out even more, and let's see what he can do. So I'm cool with it.
Hey, man, you know how I feel. Mike already said my answer. It's just what have you done for me lately? He really didn't bolster. None of the defensive ends really did their thing. They all walked. Go ahead, Tony.
Can I just get a question from the panel right now before the swap? Like, well, not before free agency. If there was a trade between the 49ers and the Raiders for Cleveland Farrell and Willis, would you guys do it?
I would have.
Yeah.
Mo, Mike?
Yep.
A lot of people are saying absolutely not. They wouldn't do that deal.
Because they're stuck to the nostalgia of Jordan Willis and what he did.
I think they're stuck to Raiders hate.
Or that.
I think they're stuck to Raiders hate.
Nah, because even a lot of people wanted to even bring Jordan Willis back, period. And I couldn't figure out like why. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of the faithful still wanted him back on the roster. Now I get it. If we were pretty much filled up and we need to fill up a roster spot, you bring back a guy that's familiar. But I didn't see what his production value was.
Without looking at their stats, I bet you their production was similar, minus the fact that Farrell was dropping back in coverage sometimes, right?
Yeah, and he had more stops in the backfield. He had 11.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Their production was probably similar, and you're taking one guy with the same production and then putting him with the better coach. You're switching it around. Like, what? Why wouldn't you do that?
Bro, he was so poorly used with the Raiders. On base personnel, he was standing up in the 2-point stance. I watched the Raider game today, dropping in coverage with McCaffrey and Kittle. What are you doing? You're 270 plus pounds. Like, What is that defensive coordinator trying to do? A zone blitz, a dog zone, a fire zone? What are you doing? That is like total misuse. And now you take that and you see his production. It's like, well, now I see why he only had 10 sacks.
So Slick says, nah, Farrell's never done nothing. Willis had special moments and had a shot to be special. I guess my clap back to this is, I mean, I feel like Farrell was misutilized, right? Because let me ask you this. What the hell did Jordan Willis do before he became a 49er?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You could have just been silent. But yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, not that way, Tony. I'm just saying that's my point. He did nothing. So now you take a 3-4 guy that was utilized wrong and put him in where he's supposed to be on a 4-3 system with Chris Kosiric. It's like it's not brain surgery, and that's not a shot at Willis. He got out. He came in the season injured and then got outplayed.
No, he was suspended, wasn't he?
Suspended.
That was suspended for 6 games.
It was something. I don't know, but I know he missed
the substance thing. He was suspended. Either way, you're right though. He wasn't there for 6 of them. Like
it was something, bro.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, it is what it is. Congratulations to you, Jordan Willis. Enjoy Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I'm happy where the 49ers are. roster-wise so far. They're going to continue to build, guys. Continue to pay attention. Make sure you guys have both of our shows, all three of our shows, excuse me, Mo's knows as well. Have your alert set to all. You don't want to miss any content that's being generated by any one of these four on the panel. Shout out to Peachy. Shout out to Fair. Shout out to Miss Debbie. Please keep her in your prayers as well. We're praying for you, Miss Debbie. We know your situation. I'm not going to put it out there. We know your situation. So you're definitely in our prayers. All those that know the word of prayer, please pray for Miss Debbie as well. All right. Listen, great show. Mike, Tony, love you. Mose, can't wait to do it again real soon. Stay up. Stay faithful. I'm going to bed. Keep it nitty gritty, y'all. We out. Peace.